Manchester United is reportedly setting its sights on Sunderland midfielder Jobe Bellingham as clubs prepare for the summer transfer window. The interest in the young talent, who has put in strong performances this season, comes as United looks to refresh its squad amidst reported departures. Jobe Bellingham, who is just 19 years old, is making waves in the Championship, having scored 4 goals and tallied 3 assists in 34 appearances so far this campaign. His contributions have been pivotal for Sunderland, who are currently positioned 4th in the Championship table and fighting for promotion to the Premier League. On March 19, 2025, Team Talk stated that Manchester United has joined the race for the midfielder, keen on securing his services as they prepare for the summer transfer market. But it's not just United with eyes on Bellingham. Numerous clubs are keenly interested in the promising midfielder's future. Chelsea, Tottenham Hotspur, Crystal Palace, and Borussia Dortmund are among the teams that have expressed interest, indicating a competitive environment as the transfer window approaches. Meanwhile, Brighton, Brentford, and Nottingham Forest have also been monitoring Bellingham's progress closely. As per current reports, Sunderland have placed a £20 million valuation on their prized asset ahead of the summer market. However, it's worth noting that should Sunderland fail to achieve promotion to the Premier League, they may be forced to sell Bellingham for approximately £30 million. This scenario is becoming a pivotal point for the club, as Bellingham's desire to play at the highest level could dictate his movement come the end of the season. Bellingham's move would be significant, not only for the midfielder but also for Manchester United, who recently have had questions surrounding their squad. The club is reportedly set to offload several players, including Victor Lindelof, Casemiro, and Christian Eriksen, an undertaking that could clear significant wage space but also leave gaps in the midfield. Casemiro is currently on a hefty £350,000 a week contract, and releasing him could free up funds needed to sign Bellingham. Manchester United's interest in Jobe echoes their previous attempts to land his brother, Jude Bellingham, who now shines for Real Madrid. They likely won't stop at anything to get his signature, indicates the ongoing ambition from United to tap into young talents who show promise. In addition to Bellingham's budding career with Sunderland, he has already made over 100 professional appearances, featuring twice for England's under-21s, proving he is ready for a bigger stage. Speculation continues as United considers the best moves ahead as the transfer window approaches. The club's management understands the urgency to bring in fresh talent to inject energy into an aging squad, particularly in the midfield. Following Eriksen's impending departure and doubts about the future of academy product Kobbie Mainoo, Bellingham could offer not just a viable option but a quality upgrade. The dynamics shift further depending on Sunderland's success in the Championship playoffs. If they secure promotion, Bellingham may choose to stay and pursue his career in the Premier League with Sunderland, trajectory many players aspirationally desire. However, if they falter, he may very well follow in the footsteps of many young talents who have made the leap to clubs offering greater visibility and opportunities. In summary, Jobe Bellingham has positioned himself as an attractive prospect in the upcoming summer transfer window. With Manchester United's interest intensifying, alongside several other elite clubs looking to strengthen their squads, Bellingham stands at the crossroads of his career with promising opportunities ahead. The stakes are high for Sunderland, who within the rushed transfer landscape, might risk losing a key asset which could alter the path for both club and player alike. Bellingham looks like he could be good enough to have a career at the very highest level at some point, similarly to his older brother Jude Bellingham, who is now a key player for Real Madrid and England. The older Bellingham did well to bide his time before making a really big move, choosing Borussia Dortmund earlier in his career, in what turned out to be a smart move. Jobe could similarly do well to choose a team like Brighton or Brentford for the time being, before moving to a major giant like United or Chelsea later. Still, MUFC will want to revamp their squad this summer, and that will likely mean bringing in top young talents to replace some of their aging big names who've mostly proven disappointing at Old Trafford. It's easy to see why Bellingham could be seen as a tempting option for them and a good fit for what Ruben Amorim is trying to build. Manchester United are reportedly keen on getting rid of Jadon Sancho for good, with a trusted journalist also revealing Chelsea's stance on making the loan deal of the winger permanent. Much was expected of Sancho when the winger joined Man United from Borussia Dortmund in the summer of 2021 for a £73 million transfer fee. The Englishman revealed at the time that it was a dream come true for him to move to Man United and said that he was excited to help the team develop into something special to bring the success that the fans deserve. However, that Old Trafford dream eventually became a nightmare, with Sancho falling out with then Man United head coach Erik ten Hag and being exiled from the team. Following an underwhelming loan spell at his former club Dortmund during the second half of the 2023-24 campaign, Sancho returned to action with Man United under ten Hag only to join Chelsea on a season-long loan deal in August 2024. Chelsea have an obligation to sign Sancho for £25 million in the summer of 2025 when his loan spell comes to an end. The Blues, though, can pay a fee to cancel the deal if they wish, and, according to Football Insider, Man United hope that this does not happen. The report has claimed that Man United are keen for the sale of the 24-year-old to go through and are desperate to get Sancho's high wages off their books for good. Sources say the Red Devils are keen to balance the books by selling Sancho and clear his big wage from the balance sheet at Old Trafford, adds the report in Football Insider, which has revealed that the English winger himself is happy to stay at Chelsea. Sancho could score only 12 goals and gave just 6 assists in 83 appearances for the Red Devils. So far in his loan spell at Chelsea, the winger has scored 2 goals and provided 6 assists in 28 matches in all competitions. Chelsea stance on Jadon Sancho. Trusted journalist Fabrizio Romano has backed claims that Chelsea can pull out of a permanent deal for Sancho for paying a fee. However, according to the transfer expert, that is not the plan of the London club, who have always intended to keep the winger for the long term. Romano said on his YouTube channel, "It's true that Chelsea can pay a fee to Manchester United and not proceed with the obligation to buy for Jadon Sancho. It's the reality, but it's not the intention." From day one, Chelsea signed Sancho from Man United on loan with an obligation to buy because they want to keep Sancho and Sancho wants to be at Chelsea. However, recent reports have claimed that Chelsea could back out of the proposal, but only if a significant fee is paid to United. Having already agreed to sign another winger, Giovanni Quenda from Sporting Clube de Portugal, Chelsea could cut their losses on Sancho by paying the fee and avoid taking on his reported £250,000 a week wages. The Manchester Evening News understands United held talks about signing Quenda but never submitted a bid for the youngster. The 17-year-old will be competing against the likes of Pedro Neto, Cole Palmer, Noni Madueke and Mykhailo Mudryk at Chelsea. It's believed that Sancho's erratic form has made the club think twice about completing a permanent move for him. The 24-year-old had an impressive start to life at Stamford Bridge but has gone on to score just twice and register 1 assist in 29 appearances across all competitions. United, on the other hand, are planning for next season without Sancho. The former Manchester City trainee was one of the United players named by Sir Jim Ratcliffe as being overpriced or not good enough. For Sancho, who now plays for Chelsea and we pay half his wages, we're paying £17 million to buy him in the summer, Ratcliffe told the BBC. If Chelsea opt to get out of their obligation to sign Sancho, United will have to look elsewhere to sell him. Banking the proceeds from a permanent exit would be welcome for the club's coffers, with Ruben Amorim operating under a severely restricted transfer budget as things stand, and when combined with a penalty fee from Chelsea, could represent the ideal outcome for United. Former Chelsea star William Gallas has argued that Sancho can't stay at Stamford Bridge, suggesting he needs to do more. "He's a talented player, everybody knows this, but we don't know why he can't perform and can't show what he can do," the former defender said. At Dortmund, he was magnificent. At Manchester United it didn't work well for him. Former Chelsea star William Gallas has argued that Sancho can't stay at Stamford Bridge, suggesting he needs to do more. "He's a talented player, everybody knows this, but we don't know why he can't perform and can't show what he can do," the former defender said. At Dortmund, he was magnificent. At Manchester United it didn't work well for him. Former Chelsea star William Gallas has argued that Sancho can't stay at Stamford Bridge, suggesting he needs to do more. "He's a talented player, everybody knows this, but we don't know why he can't perform and can't show what he can do," the former defender said. At Dortmund, he was magnificent. At Manchester United it didn't work well for him. He came to Chelsea and at the beginning we saw that Sancho from Dortmund, but then he disappeared. I don't know what the problem is, but at the moment he can't stay at Chelsea because he has to do more. When you play in the Premier League you have to play every game at the highest level. It's not easy, but you can't just play well for a few games and then chill out.